Welcome back to It's Really Nate and Danny. This weekend we're staying at the cabins at Fort Wilderness. We stayed at the new DVC cabins for our first night and transferred to the older cabins for a second. In this vlog, we'll eat at the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue, show you what a day at the cabins looks like, and even head over to Hollywood Studios.
For the cabins area, this is all the cabins area. You guys are in the DVC 2528.
All right, we got all three of our bags. We didn't bring our pillows because we are pillow snobs, but I'm excited. There's also a grill out here, which is pretty awesome. So if you really are staying here for a long time or you want to make yourself dinner, you can grill. We brought stuff to do s'mores, but we decided that we're going to go to the campsite and the campfire rather than doing them here. Okay, let's go in. Smells so nice and new and clean. Wow. So you walk in and it is your kitchen that you get in every DVC room. This is technically a 1-bedroom cabin and it sleeps actually 5 or 6 people because there's 2 queen beds and 2 bunk beds. So you have a fridge, you have a microwave, you have a stove, and they do come with, they have like full plates and cups and anything you really need. That's the best part about DVC, even staying in a DVC room, because it's like you're home away from home, really. You don't even have to have a DVC membership to stay in one of these. We do not, and we're staying here. You have dishwasher, you have anything you need, right? You have all your soap, you have the dishwasher soap, and they give you like a starter pack. So that is your kitchen. And then if you come over here, this is your living room, and this is your pull-out Murphy bed. So this is where actually our son will be sleeping tonight. We'll have them do it, but it's a queen-size bed that's in here, and then this comes down. You won't have the couch, obviously, when the Murphy bed comes down. It is blackout curtains, and you can pull that down on top, so it'll be completely dark in here, which will be really nice for our son. And then here is the 1-bedroom. It looks like it is a queen-size bed, and then you have 2 bunk beds. This is so cool. We'll see if our son actually wants to sleep in here, but there is a top bunk that looks like it's so fun and so comfortable, and then there's the bottom bunk. I am 5'8". Oh, it's comfortable. Let's see. I fit in it. It's kind of like the Star Cruiser. Do you remember how they had that on the Star Cruiser? That's very similar to that. They have Hey Disney. They have that in the room. Never mind. Queen size bed. There is a safe in here. Safe, you have a ton of storage. So again, if you're spending a week here, this is like a perfect room to be in. Here is our closet, extra pillows and blankets. And you can see right outside. And also, if you're staying here in the winter, you can open this up and a nice breeze in the morning. It's so quiet on these campgrounds. It's so nice. Okay, so one thing I do want to show you, since these are brand new, they have a USB-C and they also have a USB. So if you forgot your brick, you can plug it in right there. It's pretty awesome. I love that. So I do have one complaint, and the only complaint I have is that if you do have kids sleeping out here or people sleeping out here, there's only one bathroom and you're gonna have to walk through here to go to the bathroom. The bathroom's on the other side of the cabin. It's a beautiful bathroom. So you have a shower. There is no tub for little kids, so keep that in mind. They have in here some storage. Oh, yeah, you have a vacuum. Cool. You have a laundry basket. Nice steam iron. You really do have everything you need to stay. It's a home away from home. And here is a sink, so you don't have to go into the bathroom in the middle of the night, or if someone is using the bathroom, you can do that. Now, there's also some table and chairs outside if you want to sit outside and enjoy, especially when it's cold outside, to be like sitting out there in the nice woods. You can get a golf cart for $70 a night, or you can get, there's transportation with the buses around the entire campgrounds and to any resort and any park. We are super excited to stay here. Tomorrow night, we are actually staying at the old cabin, so we're gonna compare these cabins to those. And we're really excited to see what the Fort Wilderness has to offer. since our son is staying with us, we called housekeeping to see if they could help us put down the Murphy bed. She came, she was great, but they did say it was super easy to do. All you had to do was pull it down, move the couch away, and voila. Wow, Callie! It's so quiet here, and it's so, you don't even feel like you're on Disney property. It's actually insane. The new DVC cabins are just in this little loop, but there are so many of the old cabins out and about, and you can rent a golf cart, like I said, for $70 for the day, or for the night, and people are decorating their golf carts to be for Halloween, because we're actually here at the end of September, so there's like Halloween lights, people have pumpkins on it, it's really cool. Honestly, like I said, this is perfect for your family if you're gonna be here for a week. It's like your own little home away from home. So right now we are actually gonna try to find the bus because we didn't rent a golf cart for tonight, but we will rent one for tomorrow because we're gonna stay on property tomorrow. But we're gonna figure out how to get to our dinner and also kind of look at the campgrounds to see what they have. Oh, Olaf! It's so beautiful here. I might have to say this is absolutely one of my favorite resorts. I cannot believe how absolutely gorgeous this campground is. Oh my gosh.
Hoop-Dee-Doo, straight down that path. Check-in will be on your right-hand side.
Thank you. Once we headed off the bus, we kind of looked to see where we needed to go, where do we have to check in for our dinner reservation. There wasn't anything around, so what we did is we decided to just keep walking and see what else they had to offer around here. We just got, so it's 7:40. You can check in for dinner at the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue at 8 o'clock. So the seating is at 8:30 and the show starts 20 minutes after the seating, so 8:30. So it gives you about 20 minutes to order and get some of your food. And I'm really excited. I actually had no idea this was here. And it's interesting because I've been coming to Disney for so many years. And I've actually stayed at the campgrounds once when I was a kid. I stayed in someone's RV and I don't really remember it because I was like 10 years old. But it's, like I said, I can say this a million times. It's such a different vibe. They did such a good job. You really feel like you're in the wilderness and like that you're not at Disney World. And you're not, I mean, you feel like you're in Orlando, Florida because it's hot out. But this in the winter is probably absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna have this for dinner. It is a preset menu and you get to pick your seating ahead of time. So they show you like kind of where you can sit. There's like the floor, there's the sides, and then there's like the balcony of it. We picked the floor, so I have no idea what to expect. I didn't want to watch this before because I wanted to come in blind, but I heard that it's a really great dining experience. I know on the menu you can get like, there's fried chicken, there's macaroni and cheese. The menu kind of reminded me of Roundup Rodeo, but I don't know if it's exactly the same or what it is, but it's very similar to that. So yeah. Okay, so the seating times are 4 p.m., 6:15, and 8:30, and they only do it Wednesday through Sunday. And remember, you have to check in 30 minutes prior, so that would technically be 3:30, 5:45, and 8 o'clock. So it is a family style, all you can eat. You get, like I said, fried chicken, there's smoked pork ribs. There's a lot of sides, and I remember seeing the mac and cheese, and we'll show you, of course, everything that is available. And then there's dinner and drink menus, of course, and you can get some alcohol, I'm sure that they have. Yeah, so everything is all included, especially your tip is all included in your pricing. And I don't remember how much we paid for it. Was it $75 a person?
I have to check. I don't remember.
We'll let you know how much it was. So over here is also the Trails End restaurant. You can take this out, bring it back to your RV, bring it back to your cabin. I haven't seen a lot of people that aren't staying on campus or staying in the campgrounds come here for dinner. They said that a lot of people that stay on the campgrounds actually just come here, and it's not really more of like the tourist attractions. There is also the Fort Wilderness Lodge. Now that lodge is not, there's a walkway to get there, but it's kind of like over there. It's not really easily accessible. I'm sure you could take your golf cart there, but it's not something that we're gonna get to this trip. But we've been there before. We love the lodge. We've loved that Snow White dinner. So definitely check that out if you are here for a long time. And then over here, which we'll take you to in a second, this is the lake that takes you right to Magic Kingdom. So you can take boats over here and you can see the fireworks from here every night. Because this is a Magic Kingdom resort. So right next to where we are going, which is Pioneer Hall, there's beer, wine, and cocktails, and there's a to-go window. You can stop by Crockett's Tavern. As you can see, everyone's getting their cocktails, and it looks great. They have a full bar, as you can see in there too. So every night, obviously with inclement weather, they stop it, but you can do a nightly carriage ride with horses from 5:30 to 9:30. It's $65 for adults or 2 kids and 3 children, which is amazing. And it's so cool that actually the carriage driver is dressed up as a pioneer, and the horses are so cute. We might actually do this tomorrow night because it looks really awesome, as long as it's not raining. But we headed over to the trading post to see if they had any good merch that we could pick up, and you know us, we love merch. So they had a lot of stuff for the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue that they could have it in this store, as you can see here. They had toys for kids. They had things that you needed for like babies and for yourself and for your cabins or for your campsites. They had this bag we got is the best bag that we've got. It's so nice. And they had some treats too. They did have a lot of waters and sodas and things like that. So if you are missing anything, feel free to go to any of the stores. There's 2 of them on the property.
So far, I really like Fort Wilderness. What do you think?
I love it. I love it.
It's such a cool vibe.
It's such a, and dogs are allowed, which is amazing.
There's puppies here and dogs and golden retrievers and doodles. And you can go and take the boat straight to Magic Kingdom, which I think is really cool. But there's just such a cool vibe. It's like you're in the outdoors. It's very peaceful and quiet. And it's just so different than all the other resorts where they're like, everyone's running around and it's just a lot of madness. And those are all fun. Like, you know, every resort's got its own theme and vibe to it, but this is very cool. This is very different. So let's go have some dinner.
Let's go to the, ooh, hello.
Hello.
Where am I?
There you are.
Let's go to the Hoop-Dee-Doo.
So there are 2 different kind of horse rides that you can take. The one we showed you earlier was the carriage ride, but there's actually also a cheaper option, which is the wagon ride. It leaves on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 6, 7:15, and 8:30. It's a 25-minute ride, $15 per adult or $10 for children. Tickets are available 15 minutes prior to ride time, and this is what it looks like.
You check in, and then they basically say, can you confirm this is your party? And we were going to actually come with our child, but he is sleeping with a babysitter, so they're like, we can refund you for him, which is great. So we're waiting in line now to get the refunded, but then while we were waiting, they were like, do you have any dietary restrictions? We don't eat pork, and I know that pork is on the menu, so I was like, oh, we don't eat pork. She's like, oh, great, now you can talk to the chef as well. So you tell them everything but ahead of time before you go in, which is really awesome. After they called our name, they actually guide you over to your reserve table, because remember we told you we picked our table earlier when we booked our tickets. So they brought us over. There was already food on the table. As you can see here, our salads are here. And then our waiter came over pretty quickly. Oh, also our cornbread was here. Our waiter came over pretty quickly, took our drinks. He also was asking if we had any food allergies, even though the chef asked us ahead of time. They get a lot of the food out even before the show starts. So you do have time to get there, sit down, eat a little bit, and then enjoy the show and not have to be eating while you're watching the show. Here's a look at the menu. This is really family style, all you can eat, very similar to Roundup Rodeo, like I said before. They do have some drinks and everything that you can order now as well. They do bring out a dessert at the end, and that is after the show.
Barbecue sauce for your ribs. Wally will stop by taking a drink.
So we just sat down and we got served a salad, barbecue sauce for the chicken and ribs. We don't eat ribs, but that's okay. Cornbread with like a pretty
so
good butter. That's kind of
like a honey butter, delicious.
And you also get to pick like a couple selections of alcohol, sangria, a couple different beers, a Merlot, and a white wine. So there's a couple different options for alcohol that are included with the dinner. And then several selections of like soft drinks that you can get. And there's like 2 alcoholic and 1 non-alcoholic specialty drink that you can do that are off menu, so you have to pay extra. But otherwise, so far so good.
They were like $12. I mean, the alcoholic ones were like $12. The non-alcoholic were not. I think it was like $8. Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
So the show's gonna start soon, and hopefully dinner comes out shortly thereafter.
You know, I didn't even really know this existed until we decided to book the DVC cabins, and we kind of just looked to see what is on the property, and we found this dinner, and we looked on Reddit, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's the best, you have to do it. So
yeah, we're excited to try it out. I mean, it's not something that's like publicized a lot. I think it's kind of like a hidden thing. If you know a lot about Fort Wilderness, then of course you would know about this, but
it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Thanksgiving dinner that's in Magic Kingdom, which is, I love that Thanksgiving dinner, but it reminds me a lot of that. Like the style in here, the sit down. There's no show, obviously, in the Thanksgiving dinner, but the food is so good.
Excited to try this out.
I'm done with it. You want it?
All right, we're all set.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to take your plate.
Appreciate it, Wally.
Save this.
When does dinner
You
start?
want to save a fork?
Yeah.
Okay. In just a few minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah, once the door's open. Do you want to keep the coleslaw?
No, I'm okay with that. Yeah, thank you.
We've got the finest set of entertainers on the circuit coming in to present a hand-clapping, foot-stomping show called the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue.
So what'd you think?
8-1 on the food.
Oh, it's always an 8-1. Can
It's
you
always
rate
an
it? It's not
8-1
an 8-1.
because it's like not a 7. It's a little bit better, but it's not anything more than an 8-1.
But it's not 8-1. Everything is an 8-1.
Yeah, that's not true. But this is really good. The chicken, it's not greasy chicken,
No.
right?
Yeah, no, it's not
It's like
at all.
really good, like white meat chicken.
And I don't like the I don't like fried food, and it's very easy to take actually the skin off and just eat the white meat, and it's actually really good. It's juicy. It's not really dry and fried. They did a great job. The macaroni and cheese is amazing. It's very similar to Roundup Rodeo.
I didn't try the mac and cheese yet, but I might. The cornbread's really good.
It's
Barbecue
similar
sauce.
to like
Oh,
the Disney World like mac and cheese. It's very good. It has like a nice like topping of like seasoning. The mashed potatoes were delicious.
The show so far is
What'd you
really
think of
fun.
that? Yeah, the show's really cute.
It's cute.
They come into the
It's
audience.
not just like they stand on stage and sing. It's like it's interactive, like you said earlier.
Yeah, and it's like someone said they were from New Jersey, and then like they did a song about New Jersey, so it's not like it's actually all recorded, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
What do you think about the barbecue sauce?
I like the barbecue sauce.
Because you love barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I like the barbecue sauce. It's good. It's not like spicy or anything. So if that's what you're expecting, it's not like rodeo where you have like a bunch of different flavors. It's just like a regular good barbecue sauce, but it's nice.
No, it's really good. And
Yeah,
then I like
the
that
mashed potatoes are good.
Yeah, they pause the show so you can eat.
Yep. And then dessert is a strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's yummy.
And I'm a sucker for mason jars, and your cups are in mason jars, and I love that.
Sodas or the waters.
Very
iced teas.
country, I love it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's so cute. So basically the show is that they're on the road, and they're stopping by different forts and putting on a show for all the forts, right? That's what the show's about.
Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I would definitely say if you are staying here, this is worth it. It's great for kids. I wish our son was here because he would really enjoy this.
Next time, if he does come with us, we
Yeah,
go
we'll
to the 4
earlier
o'clock.
one.
Yeah, there's a 4
I
and an
think the 4,
8:30.
right, the 4 o'clock would be perfect for him because he's 2.5, so that would be a great time for him. So far so good.
So far, so good. Fort Wilderness, you're on our list.
I know.
It's fun.
A new resort for us.
A new resort for us, big time. Can we eat the buffalo or the deer?
No, I don't like that they're dead.
Okay.
It makes me sad.
They're secretly alive.
I've got Larry and Donna here. They're from Maryland. They're celebrating. Well, not Maryland. Yeah, from Maryland. They love it. They love crab cakes. They've been married for 50 years. That's a great place to get engaged. All right. So nice with all the romance and whatnot, but I have a song to sing. It's a tragic tale. It actually happened to me yesterday when all that wind was blowing. Oh, lollipop, come home. Oh, after you I sought.
I loved that.
We just got out.
I love that.
That was really cool.
No. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna compare it to is
What?
like an interactive dining on a cruise ship.
Yep.
I actually forgot that we were at Disney World like a bunch of times when we were in there, and
So fun.
those two, the Dolly
I
and
know. The redhead.
and what was the six somethings? Oh my! They had me cracking up.
Sticks or something.
Okay, whoever you are, if you find this channel, both of you are incredible. I mean, all the cast members were amazing, but those two, I was like actually laughing at their jokes.
It was very funny.
And like she was doing like these faces, like when people were talking, and I'm like just watching her, and she's so funny.
The food was good. The
Food
show
was
was really
great.
fun.
I like 10 out of 10, honestly. If you are heading to Disney World, and actually, there's a lot of people, I was talking to some people that aren't staying on the Fort Wilderness.
Right, and they just came
for this. I've never heard of this, and I'm actually mad at myself that we've never seen this
What
before.
else do we not know?
I know. This is
it's like a rare
incredible.
thing.
If you've never done this, you have to do this, and you have to let us know how you liked it, because it was so great. And at first, I was like, okay, like, what is this? They keep you entertained. The jokes are insane. I can't. You
got to get the ground seats.
You have to get. I don't know. I mean, the balcony. They were picking on the balcony a lot too.
I feel like you'd have trouble seeing. And
you look down at it. I don't know.
You're not in.
We had really good seats because we were in front.
Yeah,
but
the seats were really
the people that they brought up to do
fun.
at the end, like they were great. Honestly, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend this as an experience for your Walt Disney World trip. I can't wait to do it again. It was amazing.
Cool. Well, we're off to
Wait, what
the
are we
cabin.
doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna go. I think we're gonna call it a night. It's 10. So it started we got here at 8.
Yep.
It's now 10:30, and that's when we walked out. So it is a
8:30,
really
they let
long
you
night.
in, they
I'm
sit
glad
down,
that we
it's
didn't
about an
bring our
hour.
son because he would have been miserable.
Yeah, too late for him.
We
but
definitely
there was
bring
a
the 4 o'clock.
6:15, right?
The 4 o'clock would be perfect.
Well, 4, and then there's a 6:30 or 6:15.
So it is about a 2.5 hour experience. It's really long, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
So I think tonight we might just walk around a little bit, see what it's like at night, but we're exhausted. So tomorrow we are off to Hollywood Studios because we are going to take our 2-year-old on Slinky Dog for the first time.
Yeah.
Our son is tall enough, so it's a little scary. I'm very nervous for him.
So that'll be fun, and then we're headed back to Fort Wilderness to check out the
Older cabins. Yeah.
vintage cabin.
Yeah.
And see what that's like, and then
And see
compare
the
the
difference.
two. Yeah.
So we're excited, and so far so good on our Fort Wilderness experience.
Cool. See you guys soon.
Have a good night. Good morning.
Good morning.
What did you think about last night?
It was very comfortable.
I thought it was comfortable too.
The cabin needs 1 half bath.
Yeah. So like we said, we're with our 2-year-old, and he was sleeping on the Murphy bed in the middle of the cabin, and every time that we had to go to the bathroom or anything, even if we wanted to shower, right, like before we went to bed and he was asleep, you have to walk right past him, and
You just have to be like really quiet.
You have to be like really quiet, but
they should have just added 1 half bath, so it was 1.5 bathrooms.
right, like and put one in the but
Yeah,
in
where the master bed, like the one
with
bedroom
the bunk beds are. Other than that, I was actually surprised that the queen bed wasn't so small. I thought it was gonna be too small and I was gonna have to sleep in one of the bunk beds, but I slept the whole night and I actually slept pretty well. We did bring our own pillows, so I don't know how the pillows are.
Yeah, I mean our pillows are comfortable.
It's very similar to like the Disney Wish beds, right? Like Disney has like the same beds, everywhere. So it is now 9:30, so we are gonna go get some breakfast.
Yep.
And then we're gonna rent a golf cart for the day. We're gonna check into our second cabin, and then we're headed to Hollywood Studios.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
See you soon.
Goodbye, new cabins. And see you old cabins very soon. It's very tranquil, right?
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's so quiet.
So quiet. Yeah, we're gonna go get a golf cart. Gonna go get a golf cart. All right, Calvin, can you look to see if you can...
This is the Wilderness Homes and Campsite Accommodations, kind of like your front desk at a hotel.
Just so you know, the golf carts, they are electric, and there's a cord located underneath the back seat. It's right here on the right-hand side. It just retracts out to plug into the cabin or campsite.
Very cool.
And then, have you all driven golf carts before?
No.
Okay, so the front part. Your forward and reverse is going to be located right below the front seat. It's just a little switch that goes side to side, forward to reverse. Your pedals are labeled for park, stop, and go. Make sure to push down the park pedal when you do park it. It locks in place so when you're trying to step out, it won't move on its own. And then whenever you're ready to release that parking brake, just tap on the go, pops up. Your keys are already in ignition. Just make sure to keep those keys with you if you do leave the golf cart. And then your lights are going to be right next to that. Pull that knob towards you, turn them on, push it down, turn off.
Great.
So I want to give you a copy.
We headed over to get some breakfast after we got our golf cart. We got some muffins, we got some croissants, we got some really yummy food. Actually, they had some eggs too as well. As you can see, it is more self-serve. They do have a lunch and a breakfast. And it was about $30 for the three of us.
All right, so what'd you think of breakfast?
So breakfast was, I got a biscuit with eggs and cheese, and it was okay. It was a little salty. It's really like a like a Disney breakfast. It was, they had Mickey waffles for kids, and then they had like a couple of things that you could pick from, like muffins and all that stuff. It was good. It wasn't like my favorite breakfast, but it was just easy to get something there. Now we are at the playground because there's a playground right here for kids. So our son is playing at the playground, and we are gonna see if we can get him on a pony ride. Well, that is terrifying. Woo! That was literally terrifying, Calvi.
So I actually didn't know this, but it looks like they have signs posted of approved and unapproved campfire pits, because you can actually bring and build your own at your campsite, whether you have a cabin or just a campsite for your RV. This is really cool. So I didn't know that. They also, every night from 7 to 9:30, they have the campfire with Chippendale, where you can buy like the s'mores kit and do a campfire sing-along. So that's really fun. That's every night. There's some more activities here that are happening in September. You can kind of get a glance at that. And what's interesting is that the activities are always changing. So they have like scavenger hunts, pickleball, archery, yoga, horseback riding, pony rides, fishing, biking, canoeing. Anything you want to do, you can do. This is really, really sweet. They also have movies under the stars nightly at 8:40, and there's a calendar of all the different movies. Really cool. It wasn't the most beautiful day out, but we did promise our 2-year-old that we would take him on Slinky Dog because he has been watching after watching a ton of YouTube videos. So we headed over to Hollywood Studios for the day. As you can see, the park was packed and it was very muggy. So what we decided to do, let's get some lunch. We got some pizza, got some grilled chicken Caesar salads from the spot kind of over by Hollywood Tower of Terror. And then we were like, you know what, let's go hang out with Lightning McQueen because Lightning McQueen is going to close down in a couple days when we were filming this video.
We headed over to the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy. It's behind Hollywood Tower of Terror. It's by the Rock and Roller Coaster. They are redoing this to be a villain show in the next year or so. So they were closing down this show right around the time that we were there, and we wanted to take our son one last time.
Hit the lasers! Okay, press lasers, left laser! Put your wheels together for seven-time Piston Cup champion and Mater's best friend, Lightning McQueen! Good job! Oh, Mater, that was some introduction. One, go! All right, it's always good to start with a practice lap.
That was the last time that we're going to see McQueen at the Lightning Academy.
You know what? It's interesting because, like we've said a million times, our son loves Lightning McQueen. He didn't really care for it this time. Like, he thought he was watching a movie. So, like, I'm excited for the Magic Kingdom stuff, and hopefully he'll still love him by then, but I think he's kind of over this show. So we did make our way over to Slinky Dog, and we were able to take our son on the ride. Unfortunately, he did not like it very much. He got off and said, no, want to do that again. So I think we're going to hold off on Slinky Dog for a little bit until he's a little older. Luckily, he's tall. He just is not old enough. What did we just do? We just checked into our other cabin, and now we're trying to figure out where it is because it's so big here. Oh, it's right here. We don't even have to go all the way in. Interesting. Where were we last night? Oh, maybe we were over here. I don't know.
So
we were here. I don't know.
What's the plan right now?
The plan is I'm going to go get our golf cart, and I'm going to follow us to our new cabin, and then we're going to go lay down where it's a little tiring, and shower maybe, and then we're going to head to the lodge, the Fort Wilderness Lodge, to grab some dinner because we love the Snow White one, but we didn't want to do a sit down. They have a really nice quick service there and have like grilled chicken, mashed potatoes, and vegetables. I'm really excited to try that. So that's what we're going to do. And I think we're going to maybe do Chippendale tonight. We'll see how exhausted our son is. If not, we are planning on doing s'mores. So that'll be exciting. So we'll see you soon. Checked into our older cabin, and if you haven't watched our comparison on the DVC new cabins and the older cabins, click the link below. It shows you what we thought of each one of them. We headed over to our older cabin, and as soon as we walked in, we were kind of shocked at how different the layouts were of each of the cabins, but nonetheless, it's still great. It's still a great option. So go over and head over to watch that video. Tonight, what we decided to do was take the ferry over to the Fort Wilderness Lodge because we kind of were sick of the food at this point because we didn't really want anything fried and we just wanted to see what was over there. So we headed over down to the Fort Wilderness Lodge. We took the boat. This boat goes to Magic Kingdom and also Fort Wilderness Lodge. We were all pretty tired by the time that we got over to the Fort Wilderness Lodge. We had dinner and we decided to head back to the campgrounds and get a good night's sleep. We did have to return our golf cart at 11 o'clock in the morning, so we decided to go ahead, return our golf cart, and head home. It was a great experience, and I highly recommend you stay at this resort.